Let's get rid of that heart. Let's get some advertising done. Okay. Advertising is always the slowest part of the start. I apologize if this takes a moment, but I should be done now. Get this moved over so I can see any chat. There we go.
Invent 3 right eyes, said Mr. RP.
Mr. Diz, welcome aboard. How are you today? How big are these letters? They're not huge. I'm gonna need some scaffolding to get up there.
Invent 3 right eyes, said I am good, thanks, not too bad, smiling face with smiling eyes.
Good to hear, sir. Good to hear. Putting that in the middle of the road might not have been the best place for it. Here. We'll move this over to the side.
Odd Noble said.
Mr.
Waving
Odd
hand
Noble!
upside down face tropical drink. Invat 3 right eyes said. What are you building today?
We're going to put the finishing touches here on Firebase Julie. And then we're going to select a new location.
Invat 3 right eyes said. Face turquoise drinking coffee octopus red waving person blue holding pencil.
Increasing sizes. Which one?
Odd Noble said. LOL. Invat 3 right eyes said. Beaming face with smiling eyes grinning squinting face.
And that is of course the wrong letter, but leave it to me to screw up a soup sandwich, right? Is that 140 or 150? 150. No, it's a lot more than 150. Let's see where it ends up. 160.
Odd Noble said. Soup sandwich. LOL.
Try and get some randomness into the spacing and the size. See that? I got that one. Instead of the one I was after. Give me that's... No, the new one. There you go. I need the eye first. Where's the Minuteman signs? I think they might be in the regular signage. I definitely need to come and take it. But I think we're going to put this one over here. Come on, come on. Get back to straight. There we go.
Odd Noble said, RP at Did You Hear Starfield is coming out with a new DLC called Shattered Space of something like that.
Yes,
it's got some nice visuals. Thinking face.
That is...
You gonna play it or are you over Starfield?
That's the advertised DLC from their release date that was going to be their DLC. I will have Shattered Space on my channel. Whether it's recorded or... It'll probably be recorded. I really don't have any great love of their recent release. From what I've read, they put a free modded quest out, which was awesome. And the second half of that quest is behind the paywall.
Odd Noble said. Sweet sign of the Horns rocket, curious to see how it turns out. I wasn't sure what the future of Starfield was gonna be like, thinking face.
It's going to be rocky if they keep stepping on their own dicks. Because all the mistakes they're making now are literally their own mistakes. And I really do want to see success out of their...
Odd Noble said. I agree at RP. LOL.
I've been hoping for some serious success from them. And they just keep letting me down, to be honest.
Odd Noble said. I'm super stoked for Season 13 of SOTS. Sailboat Pirate Flag.
I am looking forward to Season 13 as well. Anyone can be a synth. It's a scary world we live in. You know what? I think I'm going to move the Obey the General one to over here. And put this one over here. And then there's the one that says we we feed there you go. That's why you starve while we feed him. Keep harvesting that food.
Okay. Sure.
By assigning that bed to you, I also know that it's always going to be available for me to sleep at.
Alhoon Gaming said, "Hey Rob and all in chat.
Alhoon! Welcome aboard! And for those of you who aren't aware, today, June 14th, is the birthday of the U.S. Army.
Odd Noble said, I wanna take over and sink the Flam-E Heart ship. Also, really stoked about the harpoon gun. Hopefully it's not too overpowered, thinking face. Odd Noble said, waving hand Alhoon owl.
Let me... You people make a mess of everything up here, you know that? Alright, we've got good security, we've got morale on the increase. I think we've got some decent decoration going on here. I would like to put some decent lighting out here so that this area is bright. What's the brightest street lamps I have? I can run wiring from the barracks building. I'm not even sure where the connector is on this one. Alright, here's what I'll do is there's the connector right underneath the arch on that one. The connector on this one. Is that it up there? It is, isn't it? So if I want things to be well lit out here, on the approach area. I'm going to need to run power out to here, and I know I have power over here. So I'm going to need a power connector. About halfway between there and here. And I'm going to need another one up on the roof. No, 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 no. Do not try to jump with a power connector in your hand. It just results in trying to connect a wire. Alright, that one's there. I need to bring power over to here. This one should connect to this. Back to lights. Alright, that's too far, so let's do this. And we just need one more right here. think that does it. Got a well-lit approach. Let's get rid of this tree cluster. It's just in the way. Okay. Yes, I can get rid of that hedge. There we go. Security can see people coming up the approach very clearly. The caravanners have good place to do their trading. Got plenty of nice things to look at. Looks like we got a bunch of people who are off duty. These are all food people, so they are not needed at night. The medic is off duty.
Jolts said, "Hi Rob and everyone, happy Fallout Friday."
Happy Fallout Friday, Julie. Just in time to see the recap. I think we're done here at Firebase Julie. We need a new place to go. So I'm actually going to sleep and come out here for a sunny recap.
Hope you ain't one of them synths here to spy on me.
Jolts said, "Awesome."
Does anybody have someplace they'd like to see the next build at?
Farming's as honest work gets.
Jolts said, "Croup Manor." Alhoon Gaming
Croup
said, "Sunny Meadows."
I am only building at settlements I have access to, Mr. Alhoon. Alright, as we approach, we can see that there is a place for caravanners to do their trading. And we can see that this is Firebase Julie.
Yeah?
It is well protected by the Minutemen. And it is indeed an artillery base, so we put up the "come and take it" flag. We come inside and we have a pretty nice seating area with an outdoor bar and grill. Pretty nice setup for the Firebase chow. If you go up behind the bar and grill and behind the commander's house here, you'll find the main latrine facility where you can get your showers, you can get your regular latrine needs. This is also where our power station is. And our water tower. Our commander's office is located right
Easy living, this
inside.
ain't.
Now, we've assigned him to a security desk, but this is officially our commander.
Got work to do. Can't talk now.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Get back to work. This is our artillery person. We know that because she's wearing that green helmet. This is where all of our farmed goods come in at the settlement. And our happy little cow here. From here we can overlook and see the trenches that they've put in place to defend against assault from the gunners or the mirelurks from the swamp. If we come down here on the right flank, we have our medics station. He's outside his office right now, but he's got a little place for where he can
Not many doctors around these
attend
days.
to the
Should let me take a
wounded. Plenty of research material for him to take a look at people. Then we can come down into the defenses themselves. We've got plenty of
Can't
guard.
remember the last time I had clean fingernails.
And this leads us to our water purifier. And this is our combination guard post and barracks. If you come on up in here, you've got a pretty good view of what's going on in the swamp. This also puts you right here in the event of an attack. You've got a great firing position out into the approach. It's also a spot where the guards can cook up a quick meal right here on the spot without having to go to the other side of the post to try and eat something. And of course they've got their own wood-burning stove to keep them warm on the cold nights when it's raining, which it does a lot here. And they do have their own facilities.
Vault Girl 145 said, "Hello RP, happy Fallout Friday, hugging face."
Happy Fallout Friday, VG.
Vault Girl 145 said, "Hello Odd, Alhoon and Julie, hugging face."
Did I hit it?
Vault Girl 145 said, "And Diz, hugging face."
I don't think I hit it this time. Do I have a better sniper?
Jules said, "Hey VG, hugging face."
There we go. That hit it. As we continue our way through the trenches, you can see that...
If you work, you eat. It's
What's-
as simple as that.
What's your name, anyway? Because I know, as a guard, you have one. Your name's Richard. Nice to meet you, Richard. Richard does a lot of work around here. He guards this place from down here in the trenches. Now, as we go through the center area here, you can see they've got a nice overwatch position where you can lay down suppressive fire on both sides of that central guard post. It's also an excellent defensive strong point for this ammunition dump right here, where all the extra artillery rounds and the extra ammunition for the personnel is stored. But as we continue through the trench, you'll come to another guard post with ample security for fighting from. Then you come to the artillery position. This is where the young lady with the helmet fights from when we call in an artillery strike. And I did determine through trial and error that even though she's up at the house, if I throw a grenade, she does come through with the artillery strike. So we do have a young lady assigned to this guard post, so this guard post here is providing security even though she's not physically at this location right now. Now if we come up this way, we've got another barracks. This one is providing sleeping accommodations for the majority of the personnel on site and gives them a recreation facility. And apparently even the Ghost gets a little R&R on the site. And then we have the final path back up to the main secure location. You can move your way back out through to the caravan route or up to the mess hall, but you do have to pass that main strong point to get up here. And that is Firebase Julie. Took us about 3 weeks of building and about, I'd say 20 minutes to do the finishing touches, the final decoration, putting up some posters and some graffiti. Definitely like the location. Lended itself very well to those sandbag bunkers. Very pleased with the extra build space afforded by the expanded build area.
Jules said, "Wow Rob, what can I say, fantastic 100 points."
Thank you, Jules. Jules has put a vote in for Croup Manor as the next location.
Vault Girl 145 said, "It turned out great."
Thanks, Fiji.
Vault Girl 145 said, "The slog could use some love also."
Okay, the slog has got a vote. The slog definitely could use some love. Last time we were there, all I had done was slap in some defenses, so. The slog is a little bit of a challenge because you have to build around the
Jules
folks who are there.
said, "I've enjoyed watching this coming together."
I really enjoyed building here. Oh, thank you, hon. I really enjoyed building here. This was a
Vault Girl 145
nice
said,
treat.
"And you though I would say the outpost LOL."
I would not have been surprised if you had said Outpost Zimonja, but I'm glad you didn't.
Vault Girl 145 said, "Hey, the ghouls don't mind being a branch of the MM."
No, I don't think they do. I think that, as a matter of fact, that they're kind of honored to be
Vault Girl 145
accepted so readily.
said, "Thought asterisk dang broken fingers." Vault Girl 145 said, "Fingers, grrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrr
So has anyone else got a thought or preference? Oh wow, jackpot today.
Jules said, LOL. Jules said, she did that so well, LOL. Vault Girl 145 said, I give up, I'm just going to sit here quietly and talk to the computer, LOL. Skull Beast said, it's ghouls, I tell ya, religious ghouls and rockets looking for a land to call their own. Don't you laugh at me. I know a spell that'll make you show your true form. Cave Rat taught it to me. Skull Beast said, hello everyone.
Hello,
Jules
Skull Beast.
said, Skull Beast, hey. Vault Girl 145 said, hello Skull. Skull Beast said, hello.
For those of you who weren't already in the know, I am a very proud Army veteran, and today is the Army's birthday. Hence all of the Army references on the stream today. Son of a... Alright, do I have any go rescue people type missions right now? Nope. Alright, so we have to evaluate two locations then. They are the Slog and Croup. Start by taking a look at Croup. Then we'll go over and look at the Slog. And we'll decide which one is going to get some attention. Alhoun voted for Sunny Meadows, but I do not have a workstation I can use at Sunny Meadows. And I do not have the Workshop Anywhere mod installed. Okay, so we still have dead ghouls hanging all over the place. We've done literally nothing with this. Other than put a few turrets here. Did we have settlers here? Is that why there's turrets here? No, there's no settlers here, so... Brotherhood managed to get shot down again. So we have the extended build area. Let's open up the menu and see how far out we can actually try and build. Can build out all the way to the road. We've got several areas now where we can actually access the water. We should be able to do a water purifier here. We can build practically right to the house next door. So that's a big build area that we have access to. I don't know, that seems like it's a pretty, that's a pretty good area. Got any dead Kniggets over here? You must be shitting me. Are you really that stupid? What are you killing over here, people? Because I know that you were Minutemen. Did you just use a flamethrower and an explosive car to kill a dog? Yeah, you deserve to be limping away. So, some raiders and some rust devils killed a Brotherhood vertibird. That's what I took out of that, situation. Very, very interesting. Let's go look at the slog. See what's going on there. What are you two doing? Swimming? Poor Deidre is just laying here. We've got Holly, we've got Jones, and Wiseman still here. Oh, we've got Worker and Worker.
Jules said, "This is a cool place also, Rob."
I do like the slug. How big is the build area here with the expanded build borders? I just had a kitty cat brush its whiskers against my shin. That is a very unsettling feeling when you're not expecting it. Okay, so the build borders aren't exactly tiny here. The new build border incorporates that little diner, but still stays pretty much at the rock face behind the place, which is where the old one was. I think I'm in agreement with VG. I think the slog needs some love.
Vault Girl 145 said, "You could do some cool stuff with that dinner."
Oh yeah, the diner could definitely be a very cool expansion, especially because it's got those roll-up windows, so you can use the inside and the outside.
Vault Girl 145 said, "Diner dang it."
So let's start by doing
Vault
some...
Girl 145 said, "Not sure how that extra N snuck its way in there."
let's start by doing some demolition.
Jules said, "Well, you have done a huge build, Rob."
I haven't actually done anything with this place other than throw some defense here. So let's try and open up some area here. I want the I want this chicken area to remain pretty much a chicken area. I might take the saucer slide out and build a chicken coop in the area. I can't delete Deidre. Even with extra items selected. There we go. There's no reason they wouldn't take a few minutes to clean up papers and leaves and loose debris. But damage to the concrete they can't just clean up. The more of this we scrap, the more of the build bar we get back too. I can't understand why people would just live with trash on the ground around them. Because I know some people would, but in the game, everybody is. And I don't think that's true. I don't think you'd find that. Any functioning society would have people explaining about how cleaning up the trash will reduce disease. Is it gonna let me? It's letting me scrap that car.
Vault Girl 145 said, because of not being taught anything different. Queen Kaylin said, hi.
Hey, Queen. Welcome aboard. Oh, I understand that, you know, their parents didn't teach them better, so that the concept is they're doing what their parents taught them. But somewhere along the line, you have to say that some group of survivors thrived without cleaning up. And I would imagine that would be a pretty sickly group of survivors. Meanwhile, the more successful groups of survivors should be the ones that clean up their environment. Just personal observation.
Vault Girl 145 said, one would think. Vault Girl 145 said, or at the very least hope so.
See, like this trash that is on this diner floor, I can't target. That's fine. I can work around that.
Vault Girl 145 said, there is still trash in Diamond City, but not nearly as much as in the settlements. Heck, even Good Neighbor is cleaner than the settlements.
Oh yeah, the why won't that? All right, there's something up with my it's button and left bumper to go up and down, right? Oh, I'm outside the build border. That's why I can't use the specialty commands. I keep forgetting that. I'm outside the original build border. Okay, that's about as high as you can go without it sticking up through the diner roof. But I could put some seats out here. It's an awfully big interior diner to not have interior seating. It's a little strange.
Jules said, I see your neighbor is having a walkabout over yonder.
Ah, yes, he is. Howdy, neighbor. All right. Let's see what else we can eliminate before we... that's the fire that the visiting caravans use. So I don't want to do anything with that. It's pretty much all I can eliminate without... Oh, I can get rid of this fence.
Alhoon Gaming said, so you went to the slog then? Jules
Aye, Elhoon.
said, I love having them as my pets.
There we go. VG was correct. The slog needed some attention. I have an idea. Might not work. Let's give it a shot. What are you doing? Why are you going up there? That produces 5 security. And that produced... Where were you walking to before? What are you up to, knucklehead? Alright. He wants to do guard post stuff so bad. He can do guard post stuff. He can even do guard post stuff at a elevated position. But he can't do it up there. Because I'm moving this. Hopefully in one shot. I want to know where he's going.
Joyous said. Bunny hop off.
Do I want it there or do I want it here? I think I want it here. Where it can be useful for two directions. Get it out in front of me where I can see better. That's a much better height. Now, from up here, it's commanding the ironworks and the collapsed bridge. Let's see if Slick finds his way to that okay.
Let's see now.
Is this, Yep, that's... This guy harvests tarberries and then goes and, does security. In his spare time. More power to him, man. That was funny. That bungee disappeared in a puff of smoke. That diner is... It bothers me that it's that big, but has no room for seating on the inside. Plaz! Welcome aboard.
Plasman66 said, Yo RP and chatty chat.
Something just exploded over near our Deathclaw friend. Deathclaws don't explode.
Vault Girl 145 said, Hey Plaus smiling face.
Somebody attacked and lost the fight with our Deathclaw friend. So it really bothers me that the diner has this much room inside and really is not
Jolts said,
set up for
Hey Plaus.
having customers inside. We're going to have to fix that. I'm thinking the way to fix that is we'll set up a an outside counter along this side. We'll move these lockers out and move this fridge over here. We'll do a sale location at this end here, and we'll do a counter across here to give the appearance that the person walks back and forth. And then we can put some booths inside here, because I can take these counters out and go straight out to the walls. So if I take those counters out where I need to, I can make that a more usable interior space. That way the diner will have interior and exterior seating. I'm thinking of making this into really tiny apartments. So it would be 4 tiny apartments downstairs and 5 upstairs.
Text the Infidel said, Hello.
Tex, how's it going? Now, these rails can't be removed because they're part of the floor. But I might be able
Jules.
to
Said. Hey Tex.
put up some walls. And have just enough room for a
Jules.
little bed.
Said. Sounds good, Rob.
Yeah, just something that somebody,
Text the infidel. Said. Warring, trying to make money. Happy Army birthday to my Army family.
Happy Army birthday indeed, Tex.
Text the infidel. Said. Hey Jules.
Where is the workbench around here? It's back here. I don't want to be far away from it when I do the gamma gun switch. Might as well shrink the place down right now.
Marty 61 plays. Said. Good and happy Fallout Friday, Rob, and everyone in chat.
Happy Fallout Friday, Mr. Marty. How are you, my friend?
Marty 61 plays. Said. Time to build this log?
We have moved on to the slog.
Jules. Said. Hello Marty, waving hand. Vault Girl 145. Said. Hello Marty and Tex, happy Friday. Text the infidel. Said. VG. How are ya? Text the infidel. Said. Hey Marty. Marty 61 plays. Said. Hi Jules, VG, Tex. Vault Girl 145. Said. Good, thank you.
This has got a huge build bar. Gamma guns don't reduce it very far. Alright. That was 30 gamma guns to get us from just over half to 0 on the build bar. Now, if we're going to do tarberry farming, we should be doing maximum tarberry farming. So let's start by making the tarberries the...
Dogbrove said, TFIF guys. Hand with fingers splayed expressionless face.
Wait a minute, there's no tarberries in my food?
Jules said, dog hello smiling face with smiling eyes.
How is there no tarberries in my food?
Marty 61 plays said, hi dog. Vault Girl 145 said, hello dog hugging face. Dogbrove said, tarberries aren't vanilla.
I guess I just realized that. I thought that they were, but... I need to keep them high enough that they're something I can click on. That's a good height. There, I can click on all those extra tarberries I put down there. And these are all being farmed. Just up. This one isn't. But this one already is. So that's good. Because this is primarily a tarberry farm, after all.
Dogbrove said, absolutely plaster the pool with tarberries, so it looks like the people are foot pressing them like grapes for making wine. Dogbrove said, smiling face with sunglasses.
Do I really need to hide the modern generator? This place can be modern. See, I'm not seeing anywhere here that I can target these vines. So I am not touching this tree. That's negative, good buddy.
Jules said. Rob, it deletes it all.
Are you sure? Because I've had nightmares about stuff like that.
Jules said. Does when I click on it.
Okay. You can tell the kinds of things that I think about at places like this. Alright, here's... It's not going in the pool, but it's got to go in the pool so I can put it in the river. Because it can't be placed out of the build border, but it can be placed in the build border and then moved out of the build border.
Jules said. If not sure, save first.
Well, I just took your word for it, Jules. Now then, if I can tuck this in right along here. And that needs a foundation. Like right here. Actually, pick that up. Put this down. Right here like this. This. Now this can go underneath. And looks like it was built there for that purpose. Really, you're just too far away? Alright. That allows me to get rid of this. And this. And looks like it's getting close to sleepy time for our residents. I think we need a beacon here. So I'm going to need to assign some guards. It's interesting that that rock is not actually a solid surface. But knowing how the construction kit works, that does make a little bit of sense. We also need some cages. We're going to need a cat and a dog to start making people happy. Alright, I need the shrub out of here. Alright. Cat. Dog. Settlement happiness of 60 isn't a bad starting point, but we can do better. I like that. It already wanted to snap there. We might have a hard time putting walls in the way I want them. Wish we could turn off snapping just...
All right, here we go.
What are we shooting at, guys? Our Death Claw buddy.
Vault Girl 145 said, "Rip the neighbor."
Gonna be sick.
Oh, I got some Minuteman equipment. Your buddy started a fight he couldn't finish. That's the way I look at it. I mean, you could see it differently. I think I'm going to have to turn snapping off. Get this first piece placed just where I want it. Then I can build off of that, right?
Vault Girl 145 said, Seems only fitting if you put out a grave to the fallen in honor of him and the day.
I might. It is sort of his own fault that he did that. You know, I think I'm just going to leave that where it is and see if I can continue snapping on the... see, if I snap that on there, I go past the edge. By about as far as that pillar. So I need to shift this. Make sure I'm square onto it. I'm not going to get in where I want to be over here, am I? I'm doing a lot of fudging on these to make this work. But I am willing to fudge. Alright, snapping off. Snapping back on. Building miscellaneous. Supports. For these corners. Turn the floor off too. Snapping off. That one's way too small though. I need a long roof piece. Here we go. This one goes here like this. Now if we turn snapping back on, will it snap to its brother? No, it won't. Yes, it will. There we go. That is the tiniest room in existence. Needs the narrowest bed. Well, I guess they get a sleeping bag. What kind of doors you got, Woody? Nothing that's on auto close. I definitely want some auto close doors. Feel like it's almost got to open out. Just for the peace of mind of the person who lives there. So imagine having to live your life in a room that small. And then on top of that, every time you walked inside, you had to close the door if you wanted to turn around. I think that would be enough to drive me insane. We're going to put a fireworks mortar and switch out here.
Vault Girl 145 said, "Ask my kids what they think about small rooms. Sadly, our house was not blessed in the large bedroom department."
Well, you live in Pennsylvania, VG. I've had the privilege of having been there. Not your house, but that location. I'm familiar with the tiny house. Yeah, it's amazing what they call a bedroom in Pennsylvania.
Vault Girl 145 said, "Our house is over 110 years old. Apparently people in the past were the size of ants, lol."
I remember going to several museums when I was a kid and looking at how short beds were. And simply misunderstanding how sleeping practices had changed over years. Because a couple of hundred years ago, people slept sitting up. Very different from our modern concept of... Could have sworn I turned that off. Our modern concept of a position that you should be sleeping in.
Vault Girl 145 said, "Very true."
And then I spent all that time in the Army and discovered that you can sleep in almost any position, given the need.
Vault Girl 145 said, "My grandmother collected antique furniture to restore, and some of the beds I though were perfect for a child she would say were originally adult-size beds."
Yeah, the conditions of our lives
Vault Girl 145
in the past
said,
were astounding.
"No Cali King for them."
No, definitely no Cali Kings. They were not blessed with comfortable. No, 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 no. That's too tall. Something narrower.
Vault Girl 145 said, "And they were more nomadic for the most part, so need things to be more compact to fit on the wagons."
that way is... Yeah, I think that's the thing with their lifestyle was they were much more willing to endure hardship than we are.
Vault Girl 145 said, "So glad we don't use straw mattress anymore, they suck."
I agree. I think this guy's getting a flat roof. Going to have to improvise the first placement. Yeah, the straw mattress was pretty lousy, but you know what was, in my opinion, worse was the down mattress because of the restuffing every year. And maybe I'm spoiled by not having to restuff a mattress every year. You know what I didn't do? I didn't put a doorway in place.
Vault Girl 145 said, "True, and the fact that the ends would poke up and stab you from time to time."
Yeah, that had to have been murder on people that sort of what you call it, the way the quill end, what do they call that? Now you already know which end I'm talking about, but yeah, that really does suck because it sticks up.
Vault Girl 145 said, "My grandma only slept of goose feather pillows. I hated the dang things. Nothing like getting poked in the ear by a feather tip." Vault Girl 145
Oh, I agree.
said, "I do know but not sure what it's called."
My mother had her father's goose down comforter. I hated that thing. It was awful to lay on. It was warm as all get out when it was freshly stuffed, but like I said, this if you didn't keep up with the stuffing ever and restuff it every year, it was pretty rough on you. But heck, my mom liked it. Must have had some redeeming qualities for her to put up with that. Then again, I didn't have very many redeeming qualities, and she put up with me.
Avalanche Multimedia said, Mr. Rob.
Tony, how you doing today, buddy? You know what?
Joyous
snap off.
said, Hello Tony, waving hand, smiling face with smiling eyes.
That looks about correct. Back to that point there. Come on, tell me you've got a bed for the floor. You don't. That sucks. Yeah. They do have tables. I think some of these tables are tiny.
Schultz said. They looked good, Rob. Just the ticket if you need time to yourself and get away from things.
Well, that's the idea, you know, it's something that's, if I do this, as an actual shelf unit. Let's turn off the floor so I can
Vault Girl
tuck this in under
145
here.
said. Hey Tony.
There we go. This guy's suitcase tucked into his thing here, and then we can have a sleeping bag on the floor over here. Is that the smallest bed there is? That is the smallest bed they have here. Let's see if this one's small enough. This one is small enough for here. That space is really kind of tight with that in there like that, though. If I put that like that, and move this down here, it's still kind of tight. Shove that back a little bit. Still looks like a scavenger shelf, but instead of having its own back wall, it's using the wall as the back wall. And it changes the outside look a little bit as well. Looks like it's been patched. I kind of like it. I haven't even run power up here yet. How will we power this place? Probably some power along the front line would be easiest. On here, this might have... This is just going to be lights, isn't it? Yeah, there's no connectors in here. thinking that if I put them up high, I'm gonna get both levels with one line of conductors. And I've probably put more conductors than I needed, but I'd rather have more than I need than not enough. Yeah, I definitely think that a ceiling fan in one of these would be comically over. Comically overdone. What's it hitting? Or what's it not hitting? Yeah, it's just too big for that space. Light without being lit up. Don't like it. This has no suspension. I always like these. The light is usually fairly muted too. Need to have the floor on to put a floor light down. That's awfully bright. Just as bright as the other one. Alright, so that's not good. What do we got for wall? I know those are bright. But the flickering bulb, that might not be terrible. Let's find out. Yeah, that's not a terribly bright light. Trying to get a little bit of variety into the lighting. See how terrible this is brightness-wise. If it's too bright, I'll replace it. Yeah, that's too bright. That one's kind of bright too. This one has fewer bulbs in it. Just as bright though. This one's got a single bulb in it. Throws most of its light to the side. I could see somebody doing that, but it does bring an awful lot of highlight to that other side there. Maybe they do this over the door, facing in. It's bright at the far end, but not at the bed. That might be the best way to go. That's not a bad game day's worth of work. No dog or cat yet. No. Not in game anyway. I have a cat outside my door.
Jolts said, I like it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a sign telling people what they're paying per month for this lovely place. One more down here, and then the second floor. Now, you know what? I'm going to do this this way. It's not a great view, being the stairs are there, but they get to have a view. So if you rent one of these, you pay 30 caps a month, or a cap a day, for the privilege of living there. You rent this one, you pay 60 caps a month. And if you rent one on the top floor, that's going to be 90 caps a month. So I hope you've got your finances in order. I love that the game just tried to see if I could fit a staircase in here. Yeah, we're going to the second floor game. That's ambition. A second floor in this room. And since I already know I'm taking some cabinets out in the diner, I'm going to use some right now to make this one a nicer place. Needs to be a flat counter. So this one when I get somebody to work the snack bar, I might even give them that as an assigned room. Just because I know where I got that from. They need a light. something less bright. It looks like I'm going to my old standby. These little mushroom-shaped lights make me happy. They're not overly bright. They give a sense of light to a room. Did see this in here, and I saw this in here. I can get more of these. Oh, wait a minute. I just realized those are not static. Those are inventory objects. I can put static objects from my various objects collections. I don't think it's snappy though. I think it's is it snappy? It has some that's roof decorations. It's not going to be Curo.
Glandry Mage said, RP and everyone in chat honeybee.
Welcome aboard, Mr. Mage! How are you, my friend? I can put this in here. I really like this little thing. Yeah, it's cute little...
Jules said, hey mage, smiling face with smiling eyes. Jules said, these are turning out really good.
Thanks, Jules.
Glandry Mage said, doing good. It is Friday.
Indeed it is, and I really am enjoying my Friday.
Jules said. I'm back home tomorrow, Rob.
I think I'm already missing the cabin.
Glantree Mage said. Age divided by low yields. Clinking beer mugs. Jules said. I know, lol.
There we go. Had to go a little over the top on that one, but I think that was worth it. Find us an auto-closed door. Which way does this one open?
Jules said. Fit for VIP any day.
Definitely VIP material here. And gave them the nice door to prove it. Let's throw a quick save down so we're good to go there. We're probably going to want to put some defenses on this side of the settlement eventually,
Mark Jackson
too.
said. Rob, the lack of diversity in your background disturbs me. Where are the Air Force male strippers? Mark Jackson said.
We tossed
And
them to
hello,
the
everyone.
curb when we made them
Glantree
their own
Mage
service.
said. Okay, switched to my computer, that way I can type. Phone is not tying what I want to say, grinning squinting face. Jules said. That could be the landlord's space.
Maybe that's
said.
what the diner's
Hello,
going to
Mark,
be.
smiling
This is
face
going to
with
be
smiling
an
eyes.
extension of the diner. This will be an extension of the diner then. Yeah.
Mark Jackson said. Good answer, Sarge, grinning face.
Happy 249th birthday,
Mark Jackson said.
Mark.
Happy birthday, brother. Jules said. Sounds good.
Yeah, this has definitely got to be a little bit snazzier up here.
Mark Jackson said. Hey, Julie, everyone. Jules said. Yes, happy birthday, boys, clinking beer mugs.
Not even close to centered yet.
Slackery said. Hey Rob. Mark Jackson
Slacker, welcome
said,
aboard.
Hey Eric.
We're going to bring this further
Schultz
out
said,
up here.
Hello Slacker waving hand. Slackery said. Mark Julie Glantry Tony hand pink waving.
I think that the structures up here have to be built further out. Giving just a little bit more relief on the inside. Touch the floor. Turn off
Schultz
snapping so I
said,
can do some spinning.
The slog
here.
apartment's only 10 caps.
Turn snapping back on. Put a wall. Wall, door. Wall, door.
Glantry Mage said,
Wall,
Slacker beer mug Mark beer mug.
door. Wall,
Mark Jackson said, Hey Mage, how goes
door.
it?
And I think I got that first position just right.
Schultz said, Welcome everyone, thank you for giving that like a hit thumbs up grinning face.
Do you want to live at the slog? Do you want to live at a
Mark Jackson
luxury slog
said,
apartment?
Pat, thanks for reminding me Julia. The Air Force guy delivering my pineapple pizzas 20 minutes late. Slipped my mind grinning face.
Yeah, well,
Mark Jackson said, Asterisk Julie. Schultz
an
said,
Air Force guy would
No worries
deliver a
Mark thumbs
pineapple
up winking
pizza.
face.
Takes an Air Force guy to fuck up a pizza. Alright, these don't want to be that low. That's good. this right on that blue line.
Mark Jackson said. They do blow up like Teslas though. Cute. Glandry Mage said. Oh, here we go again. You had to open that can of worms, grinning squinting face.
Yeah, Mark is like that.
Mark Jackson said. Winky face.
Mark will casually pull the pin on that grenade and toss it right at his own feet. He don't care. One is big enough for that whole thing. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen. It's not quite big enough for the whole thing, is it? In that case, I have an idea. We do this.
Jolts said. Shame on the top, you can't have n sweet ones.
Well, there's just really not the room for it.
Mark Jackson said. Rob, I've got an idea of what you're doing. But this might be a good design to capture wildlife and raiders in those traps. Let them out into the Thunderdome or something.
I did think of that, but I don't want to do trapping. Not for raiders or anything. Are you serious? It's too tall for... What am I running into here? It's too tall for in. Alright, so here's how we do this. do with the short ones by putting them... Yeah, that's not going to work. Turn the floor off. That's still not the short one, is it?
Alhoon Gaming said, try using scaffolding. Jolts said,
Oh yeah, the scaffolding.
I see the ghouls. Stop and see what you doing, then back to work lol.
Yeah, the scaffolding might do that.
Mark Jackson said, hey Alhoon. Alhoon Gaming
The narrow one.
said, hey Mark and Jules.
Like these. Get out of my way, bench. Alright, I'll do it from this side, bench.
Jules said, hey Alhoon. Glandry Mage said, my brother from another mother, how is your day going? Mark Jackson said,
No, the scaffolding
LOL
is
Julie,
too small.
don't think the ghouls want anything to do with Rob's plan. Slackery said, hi Alhoon. Glandry Mage said, beer mug.
But I have a thought.
Jules said, LOL. Alhoon Gaming said, hey Slacker and my brother from another mother.
I can definitely stick raider poles in the corners.
Alhoon Gaming said, day been going okay, didn't get much sleep last night so just feel a bit run down.
On the plus side, did they finish the electrical work at the house?
Mark Jackson said, had an early breakfast at Annie's school, Alhoon. Late night. I came home and slept until about 2 hours ago. Mark Jackson said, know the feeling bro. Glandry Mage said, drink the second greatest drink in the universe, hot beverage. Alhoon Gaming said, not yet, they have to come back and do some more, but that will have to be scheduled for another day. Alhoon Gaming said, what's that Glantry Earn brew?
Coffee. Second best beverage in the universe, coffee. I was gonna not take these benches out but I think I have to at least move them down here. They're heavily getting in the way of construction up here.
Glandry Mage said, "Coffee."
I think this one has the fold down bed that I like, but I don't remember if it's... See, this one says it's a bed, but it's not
Alvin
showing
Gaming
up as a bed.
said, "Nah, it's Iron brew made in Scotland from girders." Glandry Mage said,
So I have a way
"Or
around
for
this.
the UK neighbours you can substitute it with tea."
Put that in place. Make sure it's at least got the appearance that it's attached to something solid. I get to have my cake and eat it too. If I put this at the right spot, it disappears into the cot mostly. But leaves enough of itself out for me to as long as I can see that sleeping bag, I can assign it. But Miss Julie did say something that kind of makes sense. The upstairs ones could have an ensuite if I made them larger. So what if this one and this one were the middle rent apartments, and then I took these floors out and made them double the size for these last two, and then they could have a little ensuite in them.
Jolts said, "Sounds good, Rob."
It is 2 fewer apartments.
Glandry Mage said, thinking face.
but it allows me a wider build style on those last two apartments. And I was planning on going up onto the roof of the other building anyway. We got a cat!
Jules said, "Yippee."
So, what I was going to do is come up onto the roof of here, in the center section of this roof, with another
Jules
block of apartments.
"Cat sweet." Glandry Mage said, "Let's see the cutie kitty."
Our kitty is right here.
Glandry Mage said, "Aw, smiling cat face with heart eyes."
So the hard part, now this one really sucks. If you want to turn this back into a bathroom and shower, you gotta move these beds. Moving these beds sometimes doesn't work, and they don't like it. But if I build out in this back area a place for them to live, and then have a second floor that leads up over the building, that might alleviate the problem. Because they would be able to come over here and have their beds out in this area. It would be close to where they used to be, and it would still be on the first floor. And new beds would be on the second floor. And I just have to make sure that I had the new beds pathed. So they'd need a real pathed floor up there. But let's get the last of the apartments up here built. So we're going to eliminate these doorways I put up, because they are no longer accurate. Because now we're getting rid of these floor sections. What is that? Pipe socket. Oh, that's what the There were flags up here, or umbrellas up here before. And that's what they were locked into. So now what I need to do is put some flooring down. Does this stuff snap? Tell me this snaps. It does snap, but just gotta get it to go to where I want it. It did once. Once you get the first one in place, doesn't matter. The rest of them are going. He said, the rest are going. Okay. So now, we want
Jolts said, "Nice one."
sometimes you have to look only at where you want it to snap. To ignore where you don't want it to snap. I'm thinking I might want little balconies off the back here too.
Jolts said, "Balcony, nice idea." And they pay extra. Why not have a little balcony, right? Jules said. Exactly.
Don't we have an all glass wall with door? No? Okay. Boy, I have the room to try to do the plumbing, but I'm just going to say I've done the plumbing. Because doing the actual plumbing is going to be a nightmare, I believe. Although, no, I might be able to. It depends on where those en-suites end up. I think, because I do get plumbing parts from Woody's. I might be able to swing the plumbing out from underneath. And yes, I know I don't have to do the plumbing. But it's something that would bother me if I didn't do it.
Jules said. Nice railings.
I really like the Woody stuff. It really works just so well. It's a shame I can't use one of these. But I think I can have the modern
Jules
fireplace
said.
in CVC.
So wish I could get Woodus, maybe one day.
Unfortunately, PlayStation will never have Woodies. Xbox could possibly.
Jules said. That would be awesome.
Just snap the way I want you to.
The smallest little bathroom.
Jolts said. Cute.
Yeah, I don't have a little patch. Although that could serve the purpose. There we go. It is functional. Although I don't know how wonderful the experience of living here would be.
Jolts said. Perfect.
There's the flat piece.
Jolts said. It's whatever they make it, Rob.
That's true. That is true. Why does the sink try to snap to the toilet?
Jolts said. That looks blooming good, just as it's been there for ages.
Thank you. Yeah, it does not want to snap. I want you to snap above. Can you do that for me? How about from in here? You just don't want to help me, do you? One more up. Maybe it's because the roof is there. When I did the other one, I didn't have the roof there. It is just resistant as all hell from going where I want it. Of course, it is intersecting more things here, because there's another roof and another wall. Turn snapping off and place it manually, right? Okay, if I'm going to do plumbing, it has to come down between this one and this one,
Jules
and between this one and
said,
the end.
Looks cool.
So let's furnish those last two. Actually, we're very close to the end of stream, so let's not furnish those last two and try and remember to furnish them next week. When we return to this slog, looks like we picked up a new settler. The beacon is doing its job. As we get new people, they're going to self-assign if I don't give them jobs. Does that door open?
Got it.
Okay. Yes, that door opens. We have to power this place. The fact that it's got holes in the roof doesn't bother me. I'm going to be moving this cash register anyway. I'm going to be taking out some more of these counters. Now, I'll probably actually move a counter from over here to over here because this side is going to be the Starlight Diner side. We'll put some stools outside on this side because we can open up these shutters. This side has no shutters, so this is going to be where I put some benches, which means I'm going to have to take these out of here. I'm outside the build zone, so I have to get in the build zone to go into build mode. So this is so far our plan. We're going to be building onto the pool house, both towards the pool and up. And we're going to be moving these out in order to put booths in on this side. I don't think we want booths on both sides. But maybe a booth here and then a line of booths here. This coffee maker will probably go elsewhere. These lockers are going to go away. The rest of these shutters will be slid up. That's been moved too far to the side. This,
Mark Jackson said, "Well, thanks for the stream, Rob. How's 30 to 40 minutes sound? Chat nice peeking with you all."
30 or 40 minutes sounds good, Mark. Gives me a chance to go get a drink. And, kiss the kids and scritch the cat. It looks like we have another settler who assigned themselves up here. So we have
Schultz
2 new settlers
said,
already,
by
and they
Mark.
self-assigned to defense. That's good.
Mark Jackson said, "CYA then. Settlement looks good."
And amazingly enough, all of that we did today
Mark Jackson said,
did a
"By beautiful Julie."
remarkably small bite into the settlement build limit. So we're going to have quite
Glandry Mage said,
an
"Later
expansion
Mark,
possibility
have a good one
here.
beer mug."
So, I want to thank everybody who came out today and supported us on the Army's 249th birthday for Fallout Friday. We finished up Firebase Julie and came out here to the slog to get started on the Commonwealth's largest tarberry farm. We're going to turn this into perhaps the largest farm of any sort here in the Commonwealth. And it may turn into one of the biggest commerce centers in the Commonwealth.
Jolts. Said.
We shall see.
By Rob and everyone.
But until next week, I'll put
Landry
some more
Mage
thought into what this place is
said.
going to end up looking
Beer
like.
Mug Great Stream RP.
I should be back tomorrow night with Draco Invictus, Fainter, and the Might Alhoon for Phasmophobia. Take care, everybody. Check in on friends and family. Make sure everybody's doing okay. I'm Rob. Thanks for gaming with RP.